This is the Jamaica Information Service, the voice of Jamaica.
You're inside Jamaica Magazine.
Encouraging the information flow, sharing the news and views you need to know.
We are building an informed Jamaica every day.
Listening to what you say.
We have another splendid lineup on Jamaica Magazine today. We're going to show you some of the prestigious men and women who had their world transformed from black and white into living glorious technicolor as they received their awards for long and outstanding contribution to the civil service. Don't switch, you just might see somebody you know on TV. Also in this half hour, the usual community notice board and other goodies. I'm Andrea Chisholm. Stick around. Be back with you in a moment.
This is my appeal, Jamaica. Give blood for it.
Give blood and give the gift of life. So safe you don't have to think twice. Do what you can for one another.
Yeah, man.
Be a hero, be a blood donor.
Yeah, me people. Watch it.
Give blood.
For your sister and your brother, save the life of another. You might never know.
Give blood.
As you love a life, you love many people want blood. The Father says so.
One blood.
Sign up today. Be a blood donor. Many people, one blood.
So this week was celebrated as Civil Servants Week. You heard correctly. There have been church services, a public lecture, and even a brain game session. Before we showcase the awardees, we give you a bit of background and highlights of the Civil Service Public Exhibition. The Civil Service comprises about 41,000 positions. That's according to the Civil Service Establishment Order. Those who hold the positions are called civil servants. They work for the government on behalf of the people of Jamaica. From as far back as the 1990s, the Governor General has proclaimed that the third week of November will be set aside as a Civil Service Week to honor public servants' contribution to nation building. In this era of global unemployment uncertainty and the talk of living the proverbial feeding the multitude with 5 loaves and 2 fish, the pressure is mounting on everyone to be productive, relevant, and resilient.
We realize that we must dig even deeper into our mental and emotional reserves as we as a people strive in these testing times.
Civil servants with armor, spear, and possibly a sling in hand are living this mantra.
We're resolute despite challenges.
The gauntlet has been thrown down.
Many of us have worked in the one job for many years, and therefore we have not been able to realize our real potential. See the restructuring exercise as an opportunity to realize that potential.
Government agencies and those who man them remain committed to meeting the needs of the public. This week they took that message to the streets, the Emancipation Park actually, with an exhibition showcasing the policies and programs of various public entities. Over 25 organizations participated.
It's more or less to show the public what we are about, who we as civil servants, what we do as a service. What you will be seeing is booths with activities that happens throughout the civil service.
Let's get down to brass tacks. The Jamaica Customs Department brought instruments to bring home their point, like examples of cigarettes that are illegal in Jamaica.
They have not met the Bureau of Standard requirement. 1/3 of it must be labeled properly. It must mark the Chief Medical Officer warn. As long as you doesn't see this type of labeling, then you know that it have been smuggling. Known duties have been paid, so the country lost a lot of revenue.
What about guns?
Most time they are brought in by returning resident. Now they need permit from the Ministry of National Security to bring in anything that resembles a weapon.
So what did the public have to say about the exhibition? In one word, informative.
leaflets, pamphlets that I've gathered. I will be passing them on to people for them to read and know other things about the civil service in general.
For those of you who might think that civil servants are lethargic, lackluster and listless, the notion has been shot down.
There are a few people who do not do the civil service proud, but the vast majority of public servants are dedicated, hard-working people who have worked hard to build this nation.
It's for that reason over 650 persons were recognized for years of outstanding contribution to the civil service.
If you ask me if I would do it over again, yes, certainly, because this field I thought of it before going into it, and I am satisfied with the work I've done so far, and I have no regret. And this function, I think that is a great function, and I think that the reward that we are getting here this afternoon, we all deserve it.
When I work as if it's, ministry I'm doing, it's not just a job.
And the moment of truth. We begin with the civil servant for 2008.
Well, I feel honored and I'm happy to know that my hard work has been recognized and rewarded. It encourages me to move ahead, to be focused, and I know that my other fellow workers and the staff that I supervise, it will also motivate them to do their best.
And the Civil Servant of the Year for 2009, Mrs. Judith Maloney.
It has been a wonderful career. Has been varied. I entered the civil service after leaving university with a BA honors degree, and I've worked right through to principal director. It's an excellent way of giving service to your country, and I think that all will be rewarded who work in the service once they focus on hard work.
Steps are being taken to improve the human relations phase of the civil service, such as the partnership developed with the Management Institute for National Development, MIND.
We encourage public sector professionals, especially those who are HR practitioners or allied to HR, to go speak to their directors of HR or their head of HR to see how they can avail themselves of this program, which is free to the public sector.
Civil servants in Jamaica remain resolute despite the challenges. Not only are they focused on the task at hand, but they make time to bond with their colleagues and utilize other talents like the gift of song.